I have seen little real discussion in assemblies. When men recognize the signs and agree on the signs, as happens at Mass, they taste something of the happiness of thinking. Do not ask them what they are thinking or on what they agree. It is enough for them to agree. When they give themselves the pleasure of listening to disputants, they still like to agree on the signs, and to recognize the two rival theses by their usual dress, often also by their adornment. For this reason, the disputants often go away happy and the audience too. But the one who invents a new way of supporting one of the theses displeases both and everyone. It must be understood that agreement is the oldest sign of the true, and the first for all. For, since it is first necessary to learn the signs, each one begins by agreeing with others, with his whole body, and repeating what others mean until he imitates them well. According to nature, imitating a sign is nothing other than understanding it. A man takes shelter on the right side of a road. I do the same. I have understood the sign, not entirely, since I may not know why he is taking shelter, but I have understood what matters most. That is why a simple man finds security and full happiness in the ceremonies where the signs are still reviewed and confirmed. It must start there. Whoever does not agree with anyone cannot argue with anyone, nor teach anyone. The Church, by a dogmatic without weakness or concession, set the prerequisite for universal thought. And, although I do not rank myself under the authority of the Church, nevertheless, I always find more advantages in agreeing first, and by prejudice, with the author I am reading, than in arguing at the third word. In short, I have always found it better to want to understand than to want to contradict. One commonly has a strange idea of what a new and bold opinion is. It is always an opinion as old as the streets, but explained. What is out of the ordinary is to have really ordinary opinions. I mean, to understand the common signs. From agreement, make thought, for the reverse step is perilous, for lack of signs. Thus, whoever would understand all the words of his language, and according to common usage, would know enough. And whoever would understand only all the signs of the Mass, he would already know much. For every sign is true, but the difficult thing is to understand what the sign is a sign of.